Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the Real Senior Stoner back at you for an afternoon dab session. And today's dab session is going to be a discussion built out of what I've been reading and what I've been seeing on the news. And it's very important for us to discuss mental health, emotional health, families, and the people you live with. Because what's going on, and we've talked about this before, is that extended families are stuck in the house together. Families that never thought they'd be together for a period of time are together for a period of time. People who might have been getting divorced are stuck together. People that might have been going to court to get rid of each other are together. So what's happening is there's a tremendous amount of hotline calls, hotlines about suicide, hotlines about I'm going to hurt my partner, I'm going to harm the person I live with or something like that. So we really need to call this out. And I've spoken about it before, but what I mean by call it out is if something like that is itching, if something like that is happening, you've got to talk about it. I know it's unpleasant, but if you just sit and percolate and things get worse, you never know what the outburst will be. So in order to prevent that from happening, I encourage all of us out there, if things are bothering us, if the person we're near or the people we're near are bothering us, tell them they're bothering us. Honesty is an interesting thing because you don't have to forget what you said. If it's the truth, you will say it again the same way. So if somebody's really getting on your nerves, be honest with them. Don't you think people have told us enough? Oh, Jesus, Senior Stoner, stop complaining. Oh, Senior Stoner, stop whining. Oh, can you please stop snoring? Can you stop? Can you do it more quietly? Everything was to change everything and not communicate how the pain felt or anything else. Well, guess what? That's erroneous thinking. That is not the way it works. People who you live with, people who care about you and you care about, want to hear the good and the bad. So before it gets to a coffee percolation and explodes as a volcano, before you do something that you will regret doing, because you definitely will regret doing it, speak and talk, get it out. Whatever the problem is, you can deal with it. You and your loved one, you and your significant other, you and your roommate, you can deal with these problems. These are not issues that have never been dealt with in the world before. We're not solving world peace. Instead, we're trying to solve peace at home while we're all in this together. Sometimes it doesn't feel very together. Sometimes we feel isolated. Sometimes we feel picked on. Sometimes we feel criticized. And remember, it's the perception, not the reality. Remember that. People might not be being nasty to you. People really might not be. You might be interpreting it incorrectly. So you've got to get a handle on what reality is. Once you get a handle on reality, then you can have the discussions. Honesty, clarity, and communication right now are going to be the mile markers, if you will, for everyone to get past these times. It's not going to happen all at once. We're not going to solve this in one sitting. But if you can communicate your problems and what's bothering you, and others can do the same for you, you'll be able to get a handle on it better. Remember, we're not looking to solve everything. We're just looking to minimize the outbursts, minimize the frantic nature of things, minimize, frankly, the fear. Think of the fear we all have of what's going on in the world right now around us. The fear for food, where you're going to get your food. The fear for money, oh my God, the jobs. The fear for my health, I can't get to the doctors. I've seen on so many Facebook groups these poor people who have surgeries that they had scheduled for their pain, can't get their surgeries, can't get their backs or necks operated on, or whatever the problem is. So these are times for us to do things we might not have done before. If we're quiet people and we don't talk so much, maybe this is the time we have to speak up. If we're speak up people and tell everybody everything, maybe it's a time for us to shut up and listen to others. It's just a strange time, and we have to be flexible. So, what I'm hoping out of this afternoon's discussion is that two things will occur. First of all, we will have reality. That is the reality of what's happening. Secondly, that we will be able to make changes happen, even subtle changes in the way we deal with the people we live with. Remember, it's the people we live with now, not the people we work with. It's the people in our homes. You might have grandma and grandpa at home with you that you've never had. You might have the uncle and aunt that you've never had there, and they're there now. Well, make the most of them, do the best you can, and remember, this too shall pass. Cheers, everybody. And remember, communicate. Cheers.